Well, right. I mean, when you talk about, detox and treatment, I think in 2013, you spoke about the Southside Chicago hospital closing, and you actually called it genocide for them to close that hospital.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did they ultimately close that hospital?
Oh, no, they left Rosen Hospital open. They left it open. We went out there and protested, to let them know, because how y'all closing the hospital, then how these people going to get medical assistance? But what they did, they took a lot of stuff out of there where, like, you go to Roseland, I think they still handle certain people that have been shot there, but they got to go to major hospitals. And then the police leave them land out there so long, they bleed to death, or by the time they get to the hospital, they die. But let the police get shot. They're going to rush him right then to the hospital. Crime scene or not, they rushing him to that hospital. But they don't do us like that. They leave us to die.
Yeah, I mean, just so much tragedy that really happened in Chicago, and the rappers that are affiliated with, Black disciples, gangster disciples, and so forth. Just recently we lost King Von, who actually called himself grandson, because I don't know if he was King David's actual grandson, but I think that there was some sort of just admiration for King David. Are you familiar with King Von's story?
Yeah. King Von was an inspiration to everybody,
Yeah.
and he was a good guy. And see, that's just like I just said. You did King David like a father to me. And Von saying King David like his granddaddy, you see. And when people honor people like that, that's how they feel. You see what I'm saying? And he felt that was his granddaddy. Just like I felt he was my father, because I rode around with him for real when I was young. He ate at my house. He slept at my house. You see what I'm saying? Same way with Larry. From the streets to the jails. We was cool. Always been friends. You see? And it hurt me to see he's still in jail and he can't get out, and they done let all these bombers out, all these different murderers, but he can't get out because they want to say he a detriment to society, a menace to, he's not. He's really not. They character assassinating that man daily. Half the people running around here using his name don't even know him. That ain't his works that going on. At one time, we was all gang banging, shooting people, but we change. We change.
Well, when you look at your era, when everyone was still coming up, people like King David, Larry Hoover, Jeff Fort, they would make one call and 1,000, 5,000 members would show up. You fast forward to today, and I've interviewed Black disciples, gangster disciples, and so forth. And the one thing I've always heard is there's no leadership. There's a crew of guys that are on a particular block, they're friends, and so forth. They get along with who they get along with, but there is no actual leaders on either side, whether BD or GD. And a lot of times it seems like that's what's causing a lot of the friction, and that's what's causing a lot of the violence. Would you agree?
Well, to a certain point, because what's going on now is you have a lot of old leaders that just returned from the prisons, and they still what they is, but they done changed their name. They still believe in Chief Malik. They still believe in Hoover. They still believe in David Boxdale, but they changed their name. And they got their members. You see, like myself, you dig? I created the Black Disciples. You see what I'm saying? I wrote the literature. You dig the prayers. I came up with the clenching of the fist, the trades, which represented third world at that time. I did that. King Dave never wrote literature. Hoover never wrote our literature. Shorty Freeman never wrote our literature. Everything it is came from me, and it was meant to do good, not bad. But today, all these leaders that just got out the penitentiary, all of us was back in the old time. We fought each other to the death. You see what I'm saying about what we believe in. But we all out here now, and they got their little certain groups and things, and we got ours. Like now, I don't call myself a black disciple, but I'm one of David's descendants. So we call ourselves 414, Disciple Nation, because King Dave is our founder and father. You see, and we trying to do right by him. So that's why we separated ourselves. But every organization out here that's doing what I'm doing, anytime we need each other, we call up on each other. I don't care if it's the Nation of Islam, Moorstown Temple of America, the Stones, the Vice Lord, we all come together. See, that ain't what's been said. See, we still here. But we ain't killing each other no more. We trying to raise our families. We trying to get with our friends and their children. That's what's going on, you see. So whatever all these other people out here doing, thinking they doing, it's hurting them. It's not a fact. We trying to help. So we trying to show them the better way. We getting a lot of people coming in. You know, but a lot of these guys that's out here talking about they this and that is scared because they being bullied. You see what I'm saying? Into these guys. You got to get out this neighborhood, or and then they doing things to them and they ain't got no backup plan. You see, but a lot of people is getting with people that ain't playing them games.
Well, when you look at this past weekend in Chicago, and right now we're filming in Chicago, so this is very close to home to you. Just this past weekend, 73 people got shot. 11 of them are dead, including a 29-year-old female officer. And that's like the biggest news right now. When you look at statistics like this, 73 people shot, 11 people dead in one city. And I'm not saying it's gang related. I'm not saying anything, but the violence is the violence. As someone that came from violence and has seen violence throughout his life, when you hear a statistic like this at your age, how does that make you feel?
I feel bad about everybody. I feel bad about the officers that just lost their life and the other one that lost his limbs. I feel bad for the innocent people who getting their cars taken or robbed, getting killed for no reason at all. Their children being taken in the process. I feel bad because these officers is put on the spot every day that they come out. You see what I'm saying? Because you got guys, and this ain't no gang problem. These guys are taking cars to sell these cars. It ain't got nothing to do with Vice Lord, Stone, GD, Beanie. It ain't got nothing to do with that. It got something to do with these guys trying to eat. They trying to get money to feed because they can't get jobs. They can't go to school, you see. And these people ain't making it no better for them. I feel bad, yeah. You see what I'm saying? All police ain't bad. And whether you believe it or not, these same people's out here that's doing a lot of crazy stuff, talking about F the police, this and that. I'm telling you, they're going to need the police one day. They're going to wish the police was there, you dig, to help them when they get trapped. Trust me. Ain't nobody trying to die. I don't care how hard they try to be. You know, if the police can save them, they'll be thankful.